Alright, let's dive into this because it's a big deal. Kit Connor, the actor you probably know from Heartstopper and Elden Ring, is reportedly suiting up as Cyclops in Marvel's X-Men Reboot. And honestly, this is one of those casting choices that feels both unexpected and kind of perfect. Here's why. Cyclops is a character who's often underrated in the X-Men universe, but he's the heart of the team, the leader, the straight man, the guy who keeps everyone grounded. So, casting someone like Kit, who's got this natural blend of charisma and vulnerability, feels like a smart move. Personally, I think this could be a breakout moment for him, especially since this is his biggest role to date. It's not just about the acting chops, it's about embodying a character who's been a fan favorite for decades. And let's be real, stepping into that kind of role in the MCU? That's a career-defining moment. What makes this really interesting is the direction Marvel seems to be taking with this reboot. They're going young, like, really young. Kit's in his early 20s, and if the rumors about Charles Melton as Beast and Kelly Spaney as Rogue are true, we're looking at a core cast that's barely out of their teens. In my opinion, this is Marvel playing the long game. They're not just casting for one movie, they're building a team that can grow together over multiple phases. Think about it, the original Avengers cast was in their 30s and 40s when they started. This new X-Men team? They could be around for a decade or more. That's a huge commitment, and it says a lot about how seriously Marvel's taking the mutants' integration into the MCU. One thing that immediately stands out is how this reboot is shaping up compared to the Fox era. Back then, the X-Men movies were hit or miss, some were great, others, not so much. But now, with Marvel Studios at the helm, there's a sense of cohesion and purpose. Take the casting of Samara Weaving as Emma Frost, for example. She's a fantastic actress, and pairing her with Kit's Cyclops? That's a dynamic I'm already excited to see. What many people don't realize is that Emma and Scott's relationship in the comics is one of the most complex and compelling in the X-Men universe. It's not just romance, it's about power, loyalty, and what it means to lead. If the reboot leans into that, we could be in for something truly special. But let's take a step back and think about the bigger picture here. The X-Men joining the MCU isn't just another franchise crossover, it's a cultural moment. These characters have always been about more than just superpowers, they're metaphors for real-world struggles with identity, discrimination, and acceptance. Bringing them into the MCU now, after the multiverse saga wraps up, feels like Marvel's way of saying, okay, we're ready to tackle these themes head-on. And with a younger cast, they've got the chance to tell these stories for a new generation. In my opinion, that's what makes this reboot so significant. It's not just about the action or the visuals, it's about what the X-Men represent. A detail I find fascinating is how Marvel's been keeping some of the casting under wraps. There's another key member of the team who's been cast, but they're staying tight-lipped about it. Personally, I'm hoping for a surprise return or a bold new interpretation of a classic character. What this really suggests is that Marvel's learned from past mistakes, they're not rushing this. They're taking their time to get it right, and that's a good sign. Because let's be honest, the X-Men deserve more than just a good movie, they deserve a great one. If you take a step back and think about it, this reboot is part of a larger trend in the MCU. Post-Secret Wars, we're looking at a whole new landscape. Ghost Rider with Ryan Gosling? Black Panther 3 with David Johnson? The pieces are coming together for a new era, and the X-Men are right at the center of it. What this really suggests is that Marvel's not just looking to the past, they're building something entirely new. And that's what makes this moment so exciting. We're not just getting another superhero movie, we're getting a new chapter in one of the most iconic franchises in history. So, here's my closing thought, Kit Connor as Cyclops isn't just a casting choice, it's a statement. It's Marvel saying, we're serious about the X-Men, and we're serious about doing them justice. And as someone who's been a fan of these characters for years, that's music to my ears. But what do you think? Is Kit the right choice for Cyclops? Are you excited for this younger, fresher take on the X-Men? Let me know in the comments, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Because honestly, this is just the beginning, and I can't wait to see where it goes from here.